Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Zack here, and you all already know that. And well, today I'm not really using any cheats. More like making a tier list, and I'm going to answer a couple questions that y'all asked me in Discord. So I would say let's get right into it, but there's not really too much to get into. And before we even start, I want to thank all of you for reaching 1K subscribers, even though we have just had just 2 unsubs, but it's whatever. Still, thank you all for reaching 1K subscribers with me and for the continuous support that y'all are showing me. And yeah, on that note, there's a $200 giveaway in my Discord. Don't forget to join. Link is in the description. Now let's get right into it. All right, guys. So let's rank some cheats, I guess. That's the best thing I can say, as we are. I grabbed Steven's tier list, by the way, off of Noun's video. Shout out to Noun as well. He made a pretty good tier list video. But I added an extra row. Let me edit that a bit real quick into a color like that. Yeah, that works for me. Just to symbolize, those are the cheats I have not used in CS2 or I don't know what they are, so that I don't just throw them into a random spot and be like, yeah, that's the spot. So, let us get right into it. I don't know if I should start from left to right, top to bottom, or bottom to top, right to left. I could do whatever. But I want to say I think I'm going to start off from left to right because that just seems more logical before anybody fucking freaks out. Cur name, right? I made a cur name video. It did actually pretty decent. The cheat wasn't even that bad. In all reality, it wasn't even that bad. So I would say for the price, is not bad. And obviously, you can buy it on lmarket.fr with code Zack, get 10% off. Now, the cheats visuals, well, it's an external. It's not really going to have a lot of visuals. It has basic ESP, and the trigger bot is sometimes funky. So is the aim bot, but the RCS is really good, though. Yet, I would rather still put it in a B because for the price, you're paying for a very, very basic cheat. Even with externals, like there's melatonin and all those other crazy cheats that are actually super good. I do not recognize this one, but if I would have to say, if I could, or not say, but more like take a guess, it is probably Kidua, and I'm sadly, I don't have access to Kidua, so I am going to put it in haven't used. Inuria. People that know me, people that talk to me, people that ask me about Inuria should know already the answer straight off the bat like that. Why didn't I snap? There we go. And we all know what my thoughts about Inuria is. Lack of updates, lack of support. They're not consistent with updates, and now they got cracked. So they're going into the trash where they belong. Because Inuria has not been good for ages. Just because their security is good doesn't mean the cheat is good. NX. Now, NX, when they were doing a metal hooking, I very, very much dislike the cheat that could have been seen in my videos, in my like just how I talked about it publicly, and some friends can vouch for this that I have talked to about my thoughts about NX in in DMs. But now with the web radar, with the NVIDIA hooking and all that, I would say, and like it has a pretty customizable ESP as well. Me personally, I would say it's an A tier. It's not God tier. It has still ways to go, and I'm curious where it's going to go. Lethality. Well, what can I say about lethality? As in, like back in the days of like 2017, 2018, I think maybe more like 2018. I have tried it out, and for legit, it was never really that bad. But for anything else, it was an abomination. But that's back in the days, and thanks to things that happened back in the days, many years. I wouldn't say many years ago. Let me correct myself on that one. I would say, I mean, 5 years ago. That's kind of a lot. A lot can change in 5 years, but lethality ever since Classic is the dev has made a comeback, and I would say it's probably one of the most reliable external cheats that you can buy on the market. And I am not putting it in God tier. Well, hold on. There's another one that I would put into God tier. But, yeah, I stand corrected. Lethality belongs in God tier. Moving on to Rift 7. So, Rift 7. No, where do we even start? Rift 7. Got it from a friend back in 20. I forgot. It's been that long since I had Rift, but it's always been a more like mid cheat, especially for HVH, and that's what they focused on, in my opinion, or that is what they were focusing on at one point, and it didn't really turn out that good. That is why I am a bit indifferent, and I haven't really used their CS2 cheat that much, but I barely hear from it. But I know their ESP is nice. I have seen the menu. I've had the beta. And thank you, Rift staff, for giving me beta, but I can't put your cheat above a C as we speak. Aimware. Nothing else has to be said about Aimware. It's still better than Inuria, and that's my opinion, though. That is very strictly my opinion. Aimware has never been good, never will be good. I stand corrected. At one point, it was good. It was good that it was one of the first cheats that you could rage with and semi-rage with in CS2. So I give him props to that. But the vac bans, the constant issues, and then now only wall hacks work. Aimware one step behind of the game. Never lose. I have like 7 accounts and never lose. 6 of them are banned because I always just self-ban from that Russian paste. But I call it a Russian paste. I call it the blue paste. I call it all that. I hate on it. And it's not because of the cheat performance, but more. I mean, I shouldn't hate a cheat because of the users, but a lot of the users are just ridiculously. I can't say the word, but they are, I guess, challenged in many ways. But in all reality, never lose for being a public cheat as we speak in CS2 is not bad. But I don't encourage people spending like $40 a month for a cheat. I really can't encourage people to do that, but at the same time I have to admit that it is a good cheat, and I sadly have to put it into God tier, even though every inch of my body is saying no. Interwebs. I have not used their CS2 cheat. Maybe one day. We shall see. But what's for sure is that interwebs in CSGO, well, V2 for legit was pretty nice, and they have it for other games. Sadly, I cannot name the other games for copyright reasons. But in all reality, their cheat was really on the top list. It was always good performance, and like they were the ones that came in with the custom skin colors. So I have to give them at least an A, and thanks to that, they are in front of NX. Cartel. I would say I would say it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. Cartel cheats, who's well owned by Boozy, who I consider one of my buddies, and Tabs is, I guess, a co-owner, but everybody knows it as Tabs' cheat. But at the same time, I have to be honest about it. And Clean, their dev, is doing a really great job. But sometimes the lack of updates and how many times it breaks, and My biggest issue a lot of the times with a lot of external cheats is that I cannot use it in my actual resolution. Even this video is not in my actual resolution because then it would be unwatchable for people not in this resolution. So I have to go off based off that. But the ESP is nice, the trigger bot is nice. All their features is like super smooth. And that's what I have seen with lethality. There's only a certain amount of cheats, of external cheats, that are this smooth. So thanks to that, it is just because of that, it's better than NX. Don't get me wrong, NX. I still like your cheat as it is now. Please continue what you're doing and make your cheat even better than what it is right now. And then probably at one point I'll put it into God tier. Security, I'll be bland. I have not used their stuff. I just heard it's bad. As it crashes and has a lot of issues with skin changer. Midnight. I don't think it's even a question on why it's going in front of interwebs. Inventory changer, pretty solid legit cheat, cheap as hell. There is not really much to say about Midnight that has not been shown yet. And it really just speaks for itself. X22. If you don't know X22, well, welcome to the cheating community. X22 just basically mass produces cheats for almost every game. And they're very, very basic, but sometimes they're super good. Like, they're super fun to use. But I have not used it in CS2. One tap. One tap the cheat that came in, if I remember correctly, 2018. I think I registered to it in 2019. Sadly, I was not invited. And one tap was throughout the history of race cheating or HVHing or all that stuff. The peak after 2016 release of GameSense, which will come up here shortly. GameSense was the god, the cheat nothing can touch. The cheat that is just has the best Lua API and all that stuff. Like, I sadly can't remember how Skeet was back then, even though I was playing against it all the goddamn time, or well, almost. And One Tap's release, like, I was surprised. One Tap was just absolutely annihilating GameSense users, absolutely annihilating everything, and One Tap was controlling the scene for a couple years until GameSense got better again, and it was on par with One Tap, and then Never Lose came out, and then Never Lose became the biggest rival, I would say, to Skeet. So that's a good job on One Tap, but sadly now One Tap is not so great. It's a very basic cheat, no skin changers, nothing. I don't know what's going on with them, or if they just wanted to post a cheat just because. And because of that, I would say it's in front of Rift because of the history of One Tap. Meme Sense. I just made a video on Meme Sense. Like, what? So I'm definitely putting it up into A tier because it deserves its place. Man, even for legit and semi-rage, it's really good. The only things missing is invisible champs and skin changer, and I said that a lot in my other video. For $5 a month, these two cheats are a steal. And if you're looking to get into cheating and you listen to people that say you should get Inuria or all these other cheats, I can't speak for these ones, but all these other cheats, they're very much wrong. Anything from this A line is some that you should consider buying if you're actually wanting to start cheating. God tier, of course, is well placed. Like these two are just something else. Bameless. I made a couple videos. It can improve, so I'm putting it into B tier. I think it was better than Name though. I can't really talk too much anymore on it. I have talked about it a lot in my videos, and I just and my honest opinion is it can become better. It's decent for now, hence why it's in a B tier where it's like kind of in the middle. Game sense, history, current, everything about it. Like I got game sense after 6 years, but everything about it is just speaking for itself that it belongs in God tier for both HVH and legit and all that stuff. And yes, Never Lose is on almost the same as Skeet. So yeah, look at that. 2 race cheats and 1 external legit cheat. That's a weird combo. All right, 420 cheats. Made by JME and well, JME is notoriously re just he just grabs his cheat, gives it a new menu, gives it a new name, and then just posts it. It's all these like I cheat, insanity cheats, 420 cheats. I think dark aim as well. They're all the same cheats. So just don't waste your money on this. If you want to waste on something that JME made, get the Undertale skin changer. And this one belongs in a C. Pandora. I've used Pandora in LBI. Sadly, it wasn't out at the time, I think. Or I just didn't have it at the time. But I haven't used it in CS2, but like nobody talks about it. I don't think there's any updates or anything about Pandora, and because of that, I will have to put it here. So is Satan 5. Right. So, as I was, so Satan 5, I had not used it in CS2 from people that I've heard. They got scammed and shit, so I wouldn't even trust them. I don't know what this is. If in the comments y'all can tell me what cheat this was, I'll talk about it. I think this one would be Fatality. Oh, no, it's Phantom Overlay. Sorry. I didn't know. I have not used Phantom Overlay, as y'all can see. Primordial. Primordial is good. Was one of the first internals I've used on CS2, but I have not really made a video with it. Cap, I did. But at the same time, it's not really like I can see it moving somewhere, so I'm putting it into A tier next to NX. These 3 cheats are the ones I'm very curious about how they're going to update from here on out and what they're going to add. I'm guessing this is $5 cheats, by the way, but can't talk about it. Play cheat. I have not used it, so I shouldn't really form an opinion from what I've heard from my viewers or other people telling me. So out of respect, I'm not gonna bring in the CSGO times of play cheat that when I actually used it. So they can go right here. Maybe one day we're gonna use one of these 3. We shall see. Oxide. I don't really have to talk about it. It's one of the most looked for private cheats that you can get currently. Apart from game sense, of course. Sadly, some others like Melatonin is not shown here, or Madrigal. A couple people want it, but in all reality, a lot of people want Oxide. And it deserves a spot next to Lethality because it's consistent, it's good. In my opinion, the Lethality is better, but that's just me, dude. Probably because like other people have a different opinion about this, and some might hate me for this, even for saying that Lethality is better than Oxide. But since I talk to Classic and I know how he is, kind of, and I see how much effort and everything he's doing in there, and sometimes I pitch in ideas that I would like to see, and then all he says is, I'll think about it, or fucking in a couple days it's in the cheat. It is something to be considered. Well, but oxide is very well established by this point. All right, and on to the last one, clutch. I don't know this cheat, so that's my tier list in all fairness and humbleness and everything. So just take a note. These are the cheats I recommend. You can get these ones as well. I don't at all recommend these, and sadly, since I can't talk about these cheats, I'm not going to. Uh, I'm curious about y'all's. If y'all want me to, I can share this link and y'all can use it to make y'all's own tier list. All right, this is some Q&A. I didn't get a lot of questions that I could sort through, but these are the ones I thought I should answer. People ask me, "Hey, what's your dream job?" Um, my dream job. So I'm already kind of doing it already, as I'm in the military, and I kind of like my job. Every job has its downside, but I wouldn't mind just doing my side hustle as my main job, which is real estate, and just live off of that. I could if I really wanted to, but I kind of want to do this army stuff. All right, second question. Mads asked me if Army or Marine Corps. Um, the thing is, between all the branches, there is like we do hate on each other, but we all know that we need each other. The Marine Corps needs the Army, and the Army needs the Marine Corps, as well as we need the Air Force, the Navy. The only one that we don't really consider part of the Department of Defense, aka the DoD, is the Coast Guard. We don't really consider them military, but we do need them as well. They train super hard and they save a lot of lives, and they stop all the drugs flowing into countries. Every country has its own Coast Guard. Remember that. All right, third question. Ketchup chips or barbecue chips? I personally am a honey barbecue guy. So I guess barbecue chips? Yeah, let's move on. All right, fourth question. What plans do you have with your channel now when you got 1K subs? Was asked by Kvass. Um, it is to be decided currently. I have a lot of plans, mostly personal, and depending how they go, depending how this uh next couple of months, I guess, go, I will see what I will do. So since there is nothing yet to go off of, I can't really say what I am going to do with my channel. All right. All right, fifth question. How long do you plan on being in the military? I get this question a lot, especially since in the military they always ask us. So I've been doing it for almost 3 years now, and every time when I just want to make a very salty staff sergeant just run out of fear, I just say I have 17 years left. Because yes, I do plan on making the full 20 years. As I said, I am planning on it. This is not set in stone, so we'll see about it. But if all goes to plan, it'll be 20 years, and I'll get discharged honorably. Let's see. All right, that was our last question. Thank you again for 1K, even though some people have already unsubbed and have ruined that enjoyment. But at the same time, we can always get it back. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.